Thank you for coming this evening. My name is Candace Bannister, and I'm the Executive Director of the Tread of Pioneers Museum. We are truly honored to host members of the Ute tribe, who will share their beautiful culture and traditions with us tonight. In addition to tonight's performance, they will present 2 more at Strawberry Park and at Sleeping Giant tomorrow. The Tread of Pioneers Museum collects, preserves, shares, and celebrates the rich history and heritage of Steamboat Springs and Routt County. We strive to tell the story of our heritage through the voices and perspectives of the people who lived it. It is our honor and privilege to serve as a conduit for Ute Indian cultural appreciation in our community. The Ute Indians were the original inhabitants of the Yampa Valley. We recognize that the establishment of this region greatly impacted the lifeways of the Native people. In accepting this, we are called to utilize the museum as an educational institution to teach about and connect to Native people, to honor their stewardship of the land, and to continue our commitment of inclusion and respect of these nations and their traditional values and ways of life. It is with open arms that we welcome our special guests today to their ancestral lands here in the Yampa Valley. Please help me welcome the Ute tribe and Kiatarnas. Thank you.
Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? Everybody's doing great? Are you guys enjoying the weather? Yes. Oh my goodness. I couldn't wait for spring to come any sooner, and then when I came this way it was kind of cold, and I was telling my mom, it's like, it's too cold here, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I was like, oh, I forgot, they're in the ski town too, so I was like, you still got snow, so all you skiers, I bet you guys are excited. Yeah. I think Utah only got a week and a half left of skiing in theirs, so I guess you guys get lucky and probably get longer, maybe? No, about another week? Oh, so you guys are really trying to get out there before it all disappears. And then you guys get that lovely summer, right? Where it's not too hot, not too cold. Yeah. If you're like me, you're like in the middle. You like spring and fall. It's not too hot, not too cold. And it's sweater weather. You can wear sweaters all the time. And nobody will judge you for that. Well, it's good to be back. I am so glad that Candace decided to bring us back here again. This is, I want to say, about our 6th or 7th time out here. So if we can go ahead and give some of our dancers and singers, because we have singers here that have been here all 6 or 7 times, a round of applause. Thank you. So for those of you who are returning, and those of you that are new here, welcome back, welcome back. Some of the things I do is kind of explain the category that we have here, and lucky for you guys that are here tonight, you get majority of our categories that we have. And I think right now we're only missing 2 categories, so that's a lot of categories we're gonna go through tonight. But I'm gonna go ahead and just start reading some of this, and we'll go ahead and do a grand entry, and after grand entry, we'll break into our categories. Does that sound good? Yes. All right. So in today's time, a powwow is mostly known as a gathering. It brings together people in the thought of the old ways, because in the old ways we gathered too, and it's mostly family functioning, in which now that's what it does too. It helps us preserve some of our rich heritage. And if you guys seen in our corner over here, it's our drum group. And the drum represents a heartbeat, and without the drum, the powwow spirit won't be able to move. The singers are very important to the structure of powwow because they know several types of songs for all different dances, honorings, events that take place in modern times. Usually drummers are men, but women may also drum, and sometimes all women drum groups are seen. In some traditions, women aren't allowed to be around the drum due to the strength of women's medicine. Women are commonly seen standing behind the drum, singing along with the group because they help support the singers, the drum group. Depending on, I guess, the drum too, because once you go to a powwow, you'll see like random people running up behind everybody's drums, and that's just support that they like to do. The powwow begins with the grand entry. During that time, the American flag, the tribal flag, or the eagle staff is raised or lowered. In that time, people are asked to stand and remove hats during the singing of the song. Usually the song isn't just for dancing. The flag song is after the grand entry, and it serves as the equivalent of the national anthem, honoring our veterans and honoring our flags. The victory song directly succeeds the flag song, and it represents the spirits of the powwow. It honors veterans as well as our people who have exhibited great strength and perseverance. Now, if you guys can all stand, and anyone who's wearing a hat, if you can please remove it, we're going to go forth with the grand entry. let's go ahead and thank our little flag carriers here. If we can get everybody, one of my dancers up here, or my dancers up here, and we can introduce them.
Hello everyone, my name is Ariani Widener. I'm your Miss Native American UBIC Queen of 2023-2024. I'd like to say thank you guys for all coming and learning more about our culture. If you haven't seen it before, here it is. We are here to represent the Northern Ute Tribe and everything about our culture. Thank you for our drum group for coming, and thank you guys for all your support. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Evelisa Reed, and I am your Miss Native American Teeny Top Princess. I welcome all you to the Pow-wow, and I hope all of you have a great day. I am the princess to 2023-2024. Thanks.
I'm a Fiji 20 top princess. Thank you for coming.
All right, and then our drum group here is from the UNO reservation. They persist of multiple drum groups, so we're also very happy for them to come and drum for us and sing for us again. So if we can get a round of applause for them. Thank you guys, thank you. So our first category is men's traditional. Men's traditional, we have one. Go ahead and get a round of applause for him. A little backstory of the men's traditional. The men's northern traditional is simulations of the warrior preparing for battle. The art of the men's traditional dance is the crow or sneak up dances. The dancers carries an eagle feather fan, a staff, and wears a single bustle, arms bands with a roach, and a single feather, as well as bells on his ankles. The Lakota is credited with the traditional dance, and many regions have adapted to some of the Lakota versions. So let's get another round of applause for Odie here. Thank you, Odie. That was awesome. Our next category is grass dancing. And we have one grass dancer here. Let's get a round of applause. Usually grass dancers enter the arena first to bless the dancers, the arena, and flatten the grass for the rest of the powwow. A grass dancer's regalia consists of long strands of yarn or ribbon hanging from their capes and waist to represent grass in the spirit world. So let's get it going, Tasha. That was amazing. In my opinion, that's amazing. Being this age and being out here dancing, that was something to do. All right, so this next category, we're gonna go ahead and do a men's fancy and a women's fancy. So if we can get our dancers out here. So a little history on the men's fancy. The men's fancy dance is loosely based on a traditional war dance, more of a contemporary dance. It was considered inappropriate to be performed for visitors on reservations and the Wild West shows. The dance is flashy, colorful, and requires stamina, strength, and a lot of coordination. Therefore, it's usually performed by young men and younger men. Fancy dance movements are faster than any other dance. A little history on the women's fancy. The fancy shawl was created when Buffalo Bill took Native Americans to Europe. A lady created it because she wanted to dance just as fast as the men's fancy dance. The dance is very contemporary, meaning the fancy shawl is a little bit slower than the men's fancy. The old style, in which we didn't have one this time, but usually we bring one, the women didn't use shawls. Instead, they used a scarf. They didn't wear hair ties, they just braided their hair. They also didn't do any footwork. All they did was spin occasionally, and they don't dance as fast as the contemporary. Are you guys enjoying yourselves? Cool, awesome. We're enjoying ourselves too. Our next category is women's traditional. So on women's traditional, many of the dancers will dance in place doing graceful bounces of the rhythm of the drum. Most dresses have fully beaded tops and are often worn with fully beaded moccasins and separate leggings. Most wear eagle plumes and or eagle feathers in their hair and usually wear chokers, beaded hair ties, otter furs, and extensions. Are you guys ready to watch women's traditional?
Hey,
Awesome. Thank you, drum group. You guys are doing amazing. You're very amazing. Can we get a round of applause here? Our next category is jingle. We can get our jingle dress dancers out here. A little history on jingle. Old style jingle is called the medicine dance. The jingle dress dance came from a medicine man. His granddaughter became very ill. One night he had a vision, and in the vision he made a dress. The jingle dress, and it was supposed to heal his granddaughter. The next day, him and his wife went out and made this dress. They brought it to the girl and had her wear it into a circle. The first time around, she had to be carried. The second time, she could walk with a little assistance. The third time around, she could walk, and her fourth time, she danced. They couldn't move backwards, they couldn't cross their feet, and they could not turn into a complete circle at that time. The jingle dress dance is a healing dance, a powerful medicine, and it is a true blessing to oversee and partake in. It's you, drum group. All right. Can we get a round of applause for all the dancers? If we can go ahead and get Dorothy and Emma out here, they're going to explain a little bit about their regalia and who made it for them, hopefully, in which I hope they'll explain a lot of it. And if you guys have questions, you can ask in this time. We're going to have our drummer set up for the next part.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Sungwoo and my name is Dorothy Reed. And I am a northern traditional dancer, and my beadwork was made by the help of me and my mom. And all I could say is most of the stuff I'm wearing now is made from my mom. And I made this right here. It's called a breastplate. I made the little thing right here, and these are my furs called otter fur. They're connected to my hair ties. And I have most of the beaded work on, but I'm just my cape right here, this thing called with the shells on it, it's called a cape, and it was made by my auntie Regina. And behind my cape, I have my purse and my knife pouch right here. My grandma told me that I had to earn them by skinning a deer or skinning an animal from hunting, And most of the things I wear now, I had to earn, like my fan, but I forgot that at home. Kind of prepared today, but it's okay. But my mom said that I earned my fan and my plumes that I wear on my head. And that's all I could really say. But yeah, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Emma Pawaki-Kanip. I am Northern U Mountain and Nez Perce from the Lapwai, Idaho tribe. My beadwork here is made by my in-laws from Oklahoma, Lawton area. A lot of my stuff is hand-me-downs because my older sisters and all that, they're quite older now, so they said, hey, you're young, here you go. This is my breastplate, as like what she says, we wear these and it protects us as well. Like what Kia said too, us ladies, we were the ones that would be taking care of our menfolk, and we would be taking care of our teepees and everything around with that. So this is what my sister Selena Pawaki gave me. The belt here, this is Rod Hyde. My auntie Robin Velez, she gave this to me. She said that I had quite a lot of stuff that wasn't, much older. Since I'm getting older now, I'm 21. So she's like, here you go, I'm gonna give this to you. So I was okay. It's funny because I always get a lot of hand-me-downs. And the dress here, it's my sister Selena Pawaki's as well. This dress, it has butterflies on it, and it represents my people in Idaho, the Lapwai people, as I call them, or we call it the Nininipu people, the people of butterflies, the people of the Appaloosa horses. In my history, that battle was so big, my great-great-grandfather, Piopiopela, he was the one that mishandled the missiles and we won that war. So that's a big part of my people up there, and we have these big celebrations to remember who we are and all that. So that's what makes me proud, is this dress. It represents who I am and how beautiful it's beautiful home too. And my moccasins here, they're made from in-laws from Idaho, Fort Hall area, the Shoshones. Like what I said, I had a lot of hand-me-downs. So, you think about it too, like, oh, they're nice, but when you wear them every year, it gets old, it starts to break, it doesn't look nice no more. So, my father there, Rafael Kenneth, he asked one of our aunts up there to make these for me and my sister. And this year it's a matching set. My sister has a matching set that, because my in-law from Oklahoma wanted us to have a sister set. And these otters, they were given to me from a good friend. Her name's Allie. She's a really good jingle dress dancer, and you know, I wish to hope that her well-being will be good, and I wear these for her so she can feel good, and her mother as well. But this is my regalia, or what I say, my outfit, because I wear it like how we wear clothes. So thank you.
Hi, Kalina, so Yapnikin, Nia, the Rutanitake, Kuyagamamuch, Wamswini, Kutuani, Chapikwa got the Merkad, and then I moved through this kinit, then I be Rinakinit, the other back and again. Hello everyone, it is good to see each and every one of you to be here. My name is Nisa Kinip, I am 24 years old, I'm the daughter of Sri Nisarina Kinip. To describe my outfit, so this beadwork I have with the purse, the choker, the leggings, the moccasins. It was gifted to me on my 13th birthday. I've had this since I was 13 years old. Like the woman that spoke earlier, like outfits, you earn them, and you're gifted with them, and you cherish them, no matter how old they are. This was gifted to me by my Pow-wow family on my uncle's side, the Knip side. They built a good friendship with my show band family up there. The Abrahamsons, my Aunt Leela made this for me. As a gift, she knew I love flowers, and in a way kind of connected it to the Ute style a little bit, but with her own way, and also with my Lander side and Northern Cheyenne country, Sweetgrass Society, Dog Soldier Society. The cuffs I made myself to go with my outfit. As I get older, of course, things outgrow, so you try to do things the best that you can to have it grow with you. And like, you never know if you're gonna gift it down the line. You wanna make sure it's at least in good standings. It reminds you of things like with the belt I'm wearing. It is my mom's outfit from when she was in high school all the way till she was 32 years old. And when she looks at it, she's proud to see me dance with it. In some way, it's being incorporated, used every day, whether it be with Pow-wow, whether it be performances. She's glad to see it out there. So I try to use it as the best that I can, and just when I wear it, it makes me feel good. The dress that I have, it's made from my family up there in Idaho, my Pow-wow family, and come to find out, like, if you find out people that you make in Pow-wow family, like, you end up finding out you're actually related to them. From my family in Bridgeland, the Wanas, Eagle speaker, her name's Lillian, she made this dress. So I like to shout out to my family up there too. Everyone's going through something on the reservation. Want something good for everyone to be here. All the people around here, whether it be the non-native, natives, everyone's outfits. Like, shout out to them, because it takes a lot of courage to be up here, to dance, to feel good for our reservations. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, for taking time out to explain to me regalia. A lot of the time, regalia, when it's handed down, it's really meant for good medicine. So when people give their regalia, or they gift other people beadwork, they really mean well for them. So, sorry, I bead myself and I gift a lot of things out. So if you guys have been here prior, we kind of did like a round dance the last time we was here. This time, have any of you guys heard of the bear dance? Anybody? No? Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my uncle here, Rafael, and he'll go ahead and explain a little of the history and kind of what the modern times did with it. But a bear dance is something very traditional to our people here, so you can get a round of applause for Rafael here.
I just say good evening. Thank you all for coming over here to watch this. Anissa over here, let's give her a big round of applause here. We have our drum over here too. The drum there, we have different drum groups over here, so we just kind of like ganged up today. And the dancers here too. So what I'm going to explain is real quick, like this bear dance, mama, I can't even say it tonight. It's a youth dance. You won't see it anywhere. This dance is very special to the youth people. Before your relatives came here, this area here is what they call White River territory. White Rivers in Paganuchu, they say that too, it's another name, Yampa. That river that you guys all go on, that Yampa River, that's one of our ancestors. When that incident happened over there in Meeker, they moved them out. So what they did too is they moved us a Kaparanuch, that's us Uncle Pagris, they moved us out too, over that way. So that way, when the pioneers came this way, they saw this dance. And this dance that you're going to witness here now, it's the oldest dance in Colorado. I don't care what anybody says. It's the oldest dance. It's the oldest dance in the state of Utah. There's no other tribe that does this dance. And so this dance represents, this is what we call wararakana, this bear dance stick. It makes a noise. That represents the thunder and the lightning. And so when these, what they call angels or guardians, there's a lot of ways of this story been told. There's 3 different ways. The Ute Mountain Utes, Southern Utes, and the Ute tribe over here. Ute tribe is 3 bands over there. Uncle Pagri, Uinta, and White River. So when you guys go down into Meeker area, put some tobacco down for my people. That's where we used to live. I always say this, if we didn't get kicked out of Grand Junction, that's where we would have been at, but we didn't. We got moved out. So what we're going to do is going to show you this dance. It's what we call the bear dance. And I like to say that because I'm saying it in the nicest way. One of my brothers passed away. He's a bear dance chief. And so I'm up here talking. So that way it's here, ladies and gentlemen, these are right here. These sticks represents that thunder and the lightning. And when the bear was asleep, he was asleep. Some say the bear was sick. He didn't feel good. So what he did is, these 2 people came down, 2 spirits, woke him up, told him, Guruki, the springtime's over here now. When we object one, you're going to walk around, check the whoopah. They said, it's going to walk around on Mother Earth. So what he did is he went around that bear and he was touching the trees and everything. And he'd go to the animals. And the animals, he'd ask them, I want to dance. And they were like, no, I don't want to dance with you. They're like, come on, he says. So what he did is that he went to a tree. This tree is what I hear. That bear was dancing to that tree. And he'd go up there and he'd scratch that tree with his claws. And he'd dance on his 4 legs like this, but he'd get up. You guys seen him. He'd get up, stand on his 2 feet, and he'd grab that tree. Meanwhile, on the other side of the hill, there was this a warrior, a youth boy. He was getting food for his people, they say. And he'd come upon that bear going back and forth towards that tree. He was watching him all these days. After a while, he noticed that there was a lot of animals that was around that bear when he was doing that, to go up to that tree. So that youth boy thought, if I can get those animals there, that's going to feed my people. But as he went down to get a better look. They already knew he was there. So what they did is they told him about this story about that bear, how he gets up. So that bear told that man, when you go down that back home, he said, you must tell him about this bear dance. Why there's a corral. It faces east towards the sun when the sun comes up. So when you go to Washington, D.C., on top of that Capitol building, it's an Indian woman facing east. That's because they believe that that's where freedom comes from, is to the east, where the sun comes up. And it's almost similar to our native ways. The sun comes up, that's where life begins, and it goes down, down ways, goes over the hill. And so that's why the men face this way, they're gonna face east. But usually the singers face east too. But if we do that, we're gonna fall off the side there. So they're gonna have, the men are gonna line up here. The ladies are gonna face the west. And they're gonna dance back and forth like that bear. And there's gonna be, we're gonna sing 2 songs. They're gonna be dancing towards each other. And then, while that man was watching it, there was a bobcat. He had a stick and he was watching that bear go towards that tree. That's a cat man, we call it a cat man. He keeps those dancers in line. What he's really there for, he keeps the bad spirits out. So when they were doing that, there was a coyote outside of that round circle. And that cat was in there, that bobcat, to keep him out. So that's why they tell us sometimes, don't bring your dog in to that corral. So that cat man, he sits over there and he watches. And so when something's not going right, he'll go over there and he'll tell him, don't do that. So there's serious things to it too. And they're gonna go dance back and forth. And on our second song, the cat man's gonna pair them up. When he pairs them up, they're gonna go together. Then you're gonna see that bear dancing. Then you're gonna see the 4 feet together that represent that. But there's a reason why there's 2 ladies get a dance with the guy. It's because of those 2 spirits that came and woke him up. That's why 2 ladies can dance with 1 guy. So with that there, that's our bear dance, what we do. And like I say, you won't see this anywhere else. The dances that you just witnessed, they come from different tribes. The jingle dance, the grass dance too, represents the grass, how the way back they would have these camps. Before they have the camps, they'd make these dancers go out and pack that ground down. That's those tribes up north, Ojibways, Crees, Chippewas, on those jingle dress dancers. All of that comes from different tribes, and they bring it together and they make what we call Pow-wow. But way back, it was called a war dance. It was called a war dance. And they had different songs to that. So with that there, my niece asked me to come up and say a few words about that bear dance here. But I'm gonna tell you this, people. I like to end with something a little bit funny. You can't dance with your relatives. You can't dance with your niece or nephew. My uncle there, the cat man, can't go down there and dance with his wife. You can't do that. You can't dance with your wife or your relatives or your siblings. But you can dance with your ex. One more time. So with that there, I'm gonna ask you people, are you guys having a good time? Now you guys, do you have a little bit more understanding about the youth people now? It's a little bit, when you get into it, you make us better connection. And we have a better understanding because this world is going crazy. It's going different directions. So we have to unite some way, somehow, in order to put the earth back on its original path, because it's not on it now. You see, the winters, it's taking forever to get out of here. Springtime is taking forever to get here. And we didn't have snow until December. So it takes us people, spiritual ways, however that you guys call upon the Creator. It's up to us to put Mother Earth back on its axis and make it straight again. And that's how I think. I was emceeing down in Grand Junction, down there at the Mesa Pow-wow. And we were there, and I was co-MC. My brothers, different ones, were there. And try to be nice down there. They told me to behave because there's a lot of white people in there too. And I didn't want to get anybody all mad, start a holy war again, after everybody was all cool. So, but I want to say thank you to you guys, your people from here at Steamboat. You're doing a good job taking care of the homelands of the White River, Uncle and those ways. And before I would get to this, I want to acknowledge my sister there, Marcia Jack, and her daughter there, my niece. There was these chiefs over there And down over there in Meeker, one of them was named Captain Jack. That's my sister's great-great-grandpa that fought against Meeker. There was like 5 chiefs over there. His name was Captain Jack. They couldn't get him. The United States couldn't get him. They caught him up in Arapaho country. They couldn't get over there, so what they did, they cheated. They got all these cannonballs and they shot that teepee up, and he was in there. But he still walked out, but he died outside of that teepee. And she's a descendant right there, my sister there, Marcia Jack. Jack. So I just thought I'd say that, you know, since she brought me over here, and she got me a good room at that 2 years, those rabbit years. I always passed it, never stayed there. Scared of that place. I don't want the goats come up and bother me tonight. But you know, I just want to say that thank you, Steamboat, with the bottom of my heart. You're all here making that effort to come over here and listen to us Indians, us youth people. There's Yuenas over there. There's what they call too, women youth mountain youths. Muwach and Capote, the southern youths, Ignacio, Colorado. But you know, your people come over here, and I say in the good ways, thank you. May you get a good blessing out of it. Take something good home with everything that you saw here. Take it home in a good ways. All right? All I have
to say. Did anybody tell you guys my uncle's a comedian? He does it without trying. I want to be like that one day. Anyways, he forgot to tell you guys that in the bear dance in the corral, because we dance in a corral, it's ladies' choice. So if the women don't want their men dancing with somebody else, their husbands dancing with somebody else, they have to stand outside the corral. So it's ladies' choice. Oh, and then if the wives don't want the husbands dancing at all, they'll leave them home. They'll go dance by themselves. And then you'll see what we call the older women. So inside joke would be they're aunties and they're picking the nephews, and the nephews would be like the little guys. Like my nephews right there, little tiny guys. They'll pick them and they'll dance with them, and then they'll keep dancing with them. But yeah, so that's some of our history on the bear dance, and hopefully you guys are enjoying your time here and enjoying all of our dancers, and hopefully you are excited to see the bear dance, because I am. Let's bring in the spring, right? We can go ahead and get our ladies out here who are going to be bear dancing. Their turn to pick. All right, ladies' choice. And if you notice here, when she points at them, with their shawl, that's how we point at them. Women will pick the men. And if I can find my catman, I'll let them know where they're supposed to stand. Oh, Renzo, you're a catman. You tell them where they go. And while they're picking, they will sing.
You people want to, if you want to, if we got time, we can have an extra song so you guys can participate. Don't be shy now, we said.
All right, if you guys haven't heard him, if we have time, you guys can come up and participate in this dance.
Don't be shy, that means you're jealous or you're nasty.
So depending on which bear dance you go to, because White Rocks, I invited somebody over to participate in the White Rocks one, in which they did the old traditional. They'll stay in the lines like that. But if you go to like the Fort Duchesne or Randelette bear dance, they do like more of a modern contemporary where they'll break apart and they'll go in different paces and they'll do the real fancy footworks. But if you've seen here, the ladies will stand on one side and the men will stand on another, in which the catman here will explain like, hey, you need to go this side, you go to that side, you do this, you do that. And remember, if you're gonna dance, you have to pick somebody. So you'll go and pick a male partner. And sometimes, like Rafael said, there'll be two women picking one man, if that makes sense. But yeah, so if you guys want to participate in this next one, it's a good time to think about who you want to pick. And remember, like he said, you can't pick your relatives, you can't pick your cousins, you can't pick your uncles, you can't pick your brothers. So if you guys want to participate, I'd recommend like thinking about it. Once they're playing the song, once they start playing the song, that's when you go pick them. Remember how we pick our partners, we just kind of like do that. Yep, you come up here, dance with me. And one of the things I forgot to mention is if the male declines the dance from the woman, he has to go and honor her, in which the catman will go chase them down and say, hey, you gotta go make that right. She picked you, you gotta dance. So remember, ladies, pick your partners well. Make sure that they're the ones who are gonna go up there and dance with you. All right, go ahead, ladies, pick your partners. Come on up, Catman will let you know where you can go. If you want to participate, then we'll have to come up with you. And remember, if you don't want your husband participating, you gotta make him stand outside those doors up there. If you don't want your husband dancing with somebody random, you gotta let him stand outside. So the participants that are here, let's go ahead and get everybody lined up. Catman will let you know where to stand. He'll line you up where you need to. Yeah, there you go. Let our catman here explain a little bit of these things.
Okay, you guys see that? So the men, like I said, the men, they face east. We supposed to face east. Only reason we're doing that like this is so that people can see what's going on that way. But if it was in a corral, then you'll see that singlers are on the west side and they're facing east. The men are facing the east, the women are facing the west. So like my niece was saying, White Rocks, the reason we break early nowadays is because we like to keep the children interested in the dancing. Way back, we had to wait till Monday, and they would sing the cutting song, and at Monday, they only sing 3 songs, and they'll sing the Son Acuare. Son Acuare is the last song. It's the last song that we sing. That's what we end with, and then we sing till somebody falls. Really, we do. And if nobody don't fall, then we stop. And so when we say that, when the dancers take the whole thing, they beat us. And so we're sitting there like, oh man. But sometimes they fall. Then when they fall, we have to go out and bless them. Bless them because they're hit the ground. As Indian people, we're not supposed to hit the ground. So when we do, we pray for the ground and stuff. Because we get, our people go into the ground. So what she was saying is that we do it like that. And they face the one ways and stuff, the sticks here, how it goes. But there's a lot to it. But like I say, I don't say a lot about it because some of it belongs to me. So this is what you're going to see here. So with that there, ladies and gentlemen, let's give these dancers here a big round of applause. They look like boiling meat and potatoes, huh? Yeah.
Excuse me, to explain it really easy for you guys. All you angles been to a Sadie Hawkins dance, and that's a lady's choice. So you guys are the one, this is what you're seeing, but it's a native one. So that's the easiest way to say it.
I really hope you guys enjoyed your time here. So, thank you for coming. All right, so some of hold on.
All right, I asked my niece, we're gonna do one more song, but while we're gonna do this one more song, I want my grandson, nephew, Odie, and his partner to get up here in the front, and the other ones. Now we're gonna show you a little bit of contemporary style of this dance, all right? So that way, we're gonna do a real quick song. Where you at, grandson, nephew? All right, who's that one that picked you? All right, who's the other ones? Because, like I said, back in the day, it was just straight. There were certain ways we had to dance. But nowadays, it's a little bit different. They kind of get fancy and stuff. So we're gonna do a real quick song here. So that way you can see what they're doing. Who was your partner there? Who? Did he go out? Okay, did you two dance with him? Show him where the two ladies can dance. All right? They're gonna dance with one guy. This is how they do that when two ladies dance with one guy. But Two guys can't dance with one lady. That's no bueno. They'll get a fight between them. They'll fight, you know. When I was younger, I used to bear dance a little bit faster, but nowadays I'm a little bit slower. I'm a little bit slower at things like that. And I used to dance with 4 women. Yeah, 4 women. They used to call me in the middle of the afternoon, in the winter time, and say, "Hey, well, I'll pick you. So be ready. Be ready for bear dance." And I never looked like this. I was uglier, but as I get older, I get handsomer like wine. Yeah.
Thank you guys for allowing us to come here and present for you guys. And thank you for letting us show you what our bear dance is. I know that a lot of social media, you'll see them through there. And which, I mean, seeing it in person is a whole lot different. And participating is a whole lot different too. But we're gonna finish up here and we are gonna go ahead and let some of our dancers go up there. If you wanna take pictures with them, please do not touch any of their regalia or their hair. Thank you, Candace, for inviting us. And stay away from my Uncle Rafael. He's a little crazy right now.
Thank you, Kia. Just a couple of closing comments. So a couple of things. We'll be at the schools tomorrow with this group, so that'll be great. If you want to learn more about youth culture, we have several exhibits at the museum, including opening in June. We're getting an exhibit from History Colorado that they worked on with the 3 Ute tribes. It's called Ute Knowledge, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, Colorado's first scientists. So that's opening in June, coming up from History Colorado. So hopefully you can come and check that out. There is a donation jar that's out at the front. I just wanted to let everybody know that Kia has asked that funding go towards Ute artifact acquisition for the museum's collection so that we can work with current Ute artists to bring items into the museum that represent their culture. As well, thank you to everyone who might be a member in the museum. If you're not a member, there's ways to become members at the desk there. That's how you support this programming and keeping it free for our community. There's also scan codes as well to do donations that can support this programming. But please do join me in welcoming and thanking the Ute tribe. Thank you so much. This was so wonderful. This is our best one yet, and I'm just so appreciative of the tribe for coming. Thank you.